Essa Mbaseko.
Good morning and welcome to Lagos this morning. It's another beautiful weekend, and we're glad that you are still locked on to Flip TV. Welcome. This morning we have a lot of issues to discuss on the program today. It promises to be beautiful this weekend. This weekend that we are in, as you already know, the 30th day of October 2023, and the month is coming to a close by tomorrow. We have the final day of the month, and Wednesday we'll be welcoming a brand new month. All right, welcome to the show. This is Lagos this morning. My name is Ebuka Ezobika.
Good morning, Lagos, Ekaro, Lagos, and Otutuoma, Lagos.
Yep.
And Inakwana, Lagos. You're welcome to Lagos this morning once again, where we'll be discussing from politics to entertainment to the foreign and, everything concerning Lagos. You're welcome to Lagos this morning once again, and I am Koforola Dritimi, okay?
All right, so it's a coincidence that probably we didn't plan this outfit black, but then
Right.
it is not looking good this morning. So it promises to be better as the show goes by. So we'll start off quickly with what is trending. What are we going to discuss about? So many talking points are there. The headlines on the newspapers, different comments or different headlines from different dailies this morning. But we have selected some few that we'll highlight. Then we'll talk about them in the course of the show this morning. So let us go quickly to the headlines this morning. Explosion rock Rivers Assembly. Armed men takes complex.
Ekiti State Governor approves car loan for workers.
Lagos begins demolition of Ikoyi structures near drainage.
Another one we have, Tinubu should sign executive order on unexplained wealth.
And then the Nigerian Labour Congress (NLC) threatens to boycott meeting with federal government if Labour minister attends.
We bring to you foreign news. Israel's prime minister says the Gaza war has entered a new stage.
And then moving on down to the entertainment scene, we have Don Jazzy sends 8 million naira to 2 Nigerians with urgent medical needs. One of this is very interesting, and we'll touch on many of these stories when we come back from this break. So don't go anywhere. Lagos this morning is just getting started. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
100 naira ko. Essa Mbaseko.
All right, so welcome back. This is still Lagos this morning, and yes, we've touched on the stories that was making the rounds, and as it is, we'll go now into the details of many of these stories. Now, currently trending is the drama going on in the River State. Yes, Port Harcourt, South to be precise. The news has been developing up from the midnight up until this particular hour as we speak. It's still trending, talking about what is going on in River State. Now, to the information, an explosion rocked the River State House of Assembly complex on Sunday night. Now, the incident came amid alleged moves by some lawmakers to impeach the governor of the state, Minalayi Fubara, the governor of Port Harcourt of River State. The plan by some lawmakers to impeach him. Now, it was gathered that some arsonists threw an explosive into the complex around 9:25 p.m., causing a fire in the building. Now, though the spokesperson for the State Police Command, Grace Iringe Koko, could not be reached on her mobile at the time, a senior police officer confirmed the incident to newsmen. Now, according to what we can gather, so far, some properties inside the chamber were destroyed. And also, the police officer who pleaded anonymity due to the sensitivity of the matter, he said that he claimed that it was politically motivated, just like we said that there have been underground talks, a bit of argument, a bit of how would I put it now, bad blood between the current governor of the state, Fubara, and the immediate past
Yes.
governor of River State, Yesom Wike, who currently is the minister of the FC team. Now, in fact, pictures and news filling in this morning, because we're going to link everything up together, is that as at this morning, there are a bit of protests in the House of Assembly, also outside the complex of the House of Assembly in Rivers State, and also the majority leader of the House of Assembly there in Rivers State has been asked to step aside. In fact, he has been impeached. Talking about the majority leader of the Rivers State House of Assembly currently has been impeached. So these are developing stories, news just coming in. I believe we have the video concerning that particular one talking about. Yes, and we'll have the video being played for you right now.
Colleagues, by colleagues, by the voting, those that voted in favor of the removal of Edison Ehi as the majority leader of this House, 23, abstention nil, against nil. By that result, Edison Ehi is now removed as the majority leader of the Rivers State House of Assembly in line with our standing orders.
So there you have it. You've seen it there. The majority speaker, the majority leader in the House there for the Rivers State House of Assembly, talking about Honorable Edison Ehie, has been removed from his position as the leader of the House. So we are monitoring the developments, are monitoring the stories. The governor currently is right there in the state complex, and there's not too looking good pictures and the images coming out from the River State House of Assembly. Hopefully, this matter gets to be sorted quickly on time for there to be dividends of democracy. The governor is also coming out to say that he's telling the lawmakers right now that they should come outside and tell him what is that thing he has done wrong that is causing them to impeach him. Like you said, underground stories are because of many of the members in the House of Assembly there are loyalists to the past governor, Yesom Wike. So let's see how the story develops on time.
Okay, so moving on to the next news, we have Oyebanji approves 136 million naira car loan for 358 workers. The state governor, Mr. Abiodun Oyebanji, who has approved the disbursement of 136.226 million as a car loan to 368 civil servants in the state. The Commissioner for Finance, Mr. Akin Oyebode, said amounts ranging from 80,000 to 1.5 million naira would be disbursed to the beneficiaries of the loan scheme depending on their grade levels. Oyebode said that the governor also approved the injection of 200 million to recapitalize the loan scheme. The commissioner, in a statement in Ekiti on Sunday, reinstated the commitment of the Oyebanji administration to workers' welfare. And he said the governor, in addition, approved payment of 174.39 million naira outstanding deduction from salaries to cooperative societies, Federal Mortgage Bank, and others. Highlighting details of the disbursement of the car loan, Oyebode said 22 benefiting officers on grade levels 02 to 06 would get 80,000 naira each, while 180 beneficiaries on grade levels of 07 to 10 would receive the 07 to 10 would receive 250,000 each. And then 150 workers on grade levels of 12 to 14 will be given 500,000 each. 13 personnel on grade levels of 15 to 17 would 750,000 each, and the three beneficiaries on consolidated salary would take home 1.5 million naira each.
Well,
Hmm.
the governor of the state,
Yeah,
Banji, trying to make sure that civil servants in the state are basically comfortable. Yeah, and that is just just to be
I
for them to
just
be
saw that
comfortable. But
as
it's
well.
one thing to disburse these loans for them. It's another thing. Hopefully, there will be means that it's easy for them to pay back these loans because it's easy to give out. But you are accepting it. What are the means? What are the processes of paying back these loans? Is it going to be deducted from their monthly salaries? Is it going to be an annual thing? Is it going to be quarterly? Or so those are some of the processes that we should know about basically. The workers in the states, I believe they should be happy. But then car loans, you ask yourself other questions. Is it that the cars are the most important thing that you'll be collecting loans for? I think we're in season of cars. I
Yeah,
think that's the season we are in right now. From the
cars.
ministers to those in the House of Reps
The workers now.
to workers right now. We're in a season of cars, cars,
Mm.
cars. So these are some of the
It's a
issues.
it's a sign
It's a sign
my
that
car is
that
coming.
your car is coming.
Mm.
So okay, probably we'll give you a car loan too.
Ah,
So something has to happen for that
mhm.
things to kick in. Yeah. So let's see how it goes. It's a good one from the governor. At least those in the states are not complaining about
Yeah,
it.
right.
Yes, I think something commendable from the state governor there. So let's move on right now to other things happening in Lagos this morning. Now, the Lagos State government will today begin the removal of perimeter fences within 2 meters of drainage channels on the Norman Williams and Awolowo, and not forgetting the Ribad Road in Ikoyi area of Lagos State. The State Ministry of Environment and Water Resources, in a statement on Sunday, said the exercise comes after the expiration of the grace period given to the property owners in the affected area. Now, according to the statement, the Commissioner for Environment and Water Resources to Umbo Wahab was at the Norman Williams Street on Sunday to see the level of compliance. According to him, he said it is discouraging to see that just a few homeowners have complied while a larger percentage have not made any move regarding the matter. Wahab was quoted to have said during the visit. Now, the special advisor to the governor on environment, Mr. Olakule Akudu, who was with the minister, condemned the reluctant attitude of the homeowners. Now, this is going to form the focal point that we'll be focusing on today on the show, talking about the buildings in Lagos State. Yes, Lagos State government are beginning to demolish structures that are built on drainage ways, structures that are built on even canals in Lagos State. So this will form the focal points that we'll be discussing today on the show. So, like I said, it's basically loaded today on the show. So we'll be looking at the demolition of Ikoyi structures near the drainages as Lagos State begins demolition of these buildings. Many of these buildings that are built on waterways. So that's the point that we'll be looking at today on the show.
On the show, yeah. And moving on, we have Tinubu should sign executive order on unexplained wealth, says Udeme. The Udeme, who is the law,
Yeah.
Udumi, yeah, thank you for that. Udumi, who is the lawmaker representing Bono, Bono South under the ruling All Progressive Congress (APC), made the remark in the wake of the comments by retired Supreme Court Justice Musa Mohammed Dakijo level of corruption in the country's judiciary. While saying there are laws in the UK and other parts of the world to tackle such issues, the lawmakers said he attempted to introduce some bills in that regard. I have tried several times, but there were excuses here and there. He said, as he was interviewed on a channel. I think the best way to get this across is when the bills comes from the executive or in the interim, the current president should sign an executive bill on unexplained wealth. According to Njimi, the level of unexplained wealth in the country, especially among politicians and civil servants, requires some laws to come. He also added that I know of civil servants that live in houses and not only their income, their salaries or their life pensions. The same thing with some of our politicians, especially the politically exposed persons like ministers. You find, as you rightly said, some of them come to the National Assembly and suddenly there's so much money. Well, I would partially accept what you said. Udemy said, when asked if the lawmakers are still to pass the bills to cut the trend of unexplained wars in the country.
You know, Ali Ndume,
Yeah,
very outspoken, and this particular statement, I think many Nigerians have been clamoring for things like this.
yes,
There are different ways that the government have tried to, how would I put it right now? They have tried to curb the excesses of political office holders. Now you look at it, once they come in, the first thing they do is to do what? To declare their assets.
right.
So now, in declaration of assets, you ask yourself one particular question: is these assets that these people bring out, is it that that's just all they have? Because we know the president does it, the governors they do it. In fact, as long as you are a political office holder, you should declare your assets. That is something that all of them should be doing. It's not what you have to be reminded. You declare your assets before going into office. Even after office, you have to declare your assets against. Okay, well, okay, you went in with this. These are the number of assets you have. Now you are leaving office. How come do you have things like this? This is what Ali Ndume is saying. Some of them come into office with just one car,
Mm.
and you are leaving office. You have cars,
Several
fleet of
cars.
cars, and nobody is asking questions. So until the president signs an executive order to checkmate these things, and not just the president, we have
Wealth generation.
you understand? We have what was it called right now? The EFCC. We have the ICPCs. These guys are there as watchdogs in corrupt cases. If there's anything fishy about these people, you bring them to book. And so Alan Dume is saying something that we already know that should be done. And we just ask these questions. We have the laws, but some of the problems we have is implementing
The
these
laws.
laws. It's just basic ABC. But then Alan Dume has spoken, at least it's out there that somebody said something. He said something, if you read that his statement, he said he has tried raising up bills like this,
Mhm.
but it doesn't pass, it doesn't scale even the first reading because other lawmakers will do it. People say I quiet.
Mm.
Those against me, everybody shouts me. The names have it. The bill is
Let's
gone.
go.
So until we have people like this that are trying to sponsor this kind of bills,
Yeah.
do anything like this, that can even happen in the House of Assembly. Right. So for those of you dropping your comments, we see your comments and
Let's quickly take this
yep.
comment we have here
Mhm.
from Anna Bob. She says, "Good morning, Kofo and our brother in the studio."
Good morning, our sister. What you know?
Maybe she doesn't know your name. Maybe she tell her your name.
my name is Ebuka. Thank you very much.
All right. Good
I don't
morning.
believe this
Good
sister.
morning. You're welcome to the
Thank you to
program.
the viewer.
Thank you.
I said sister. I don't know. I don't know if it's even. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for
Yeah.
your comment. All right, we have the topical issue. Please, yeah, we'll talk about it in the course of the show. This morning, we want to talk about why people building their houses on waterways. No, when we get into that particular one, we'll buttress more on that one. Let's go into the story that's going to make around today. NLC, yes, the Nigerian Labour Congress, they are threatening right now to boycott meeting with the federal government if Labour minister attends. Now, it's a very funny situation. The Nigerian Labour Congress,
Yeah.
underline the word Labour Congress. Now, the Labour Congress, they are saying right now that if the Labour minister, as in the minister is supposed to be representing them, shows up for the meeting, they will not come for the meeting. Welcome to Nigeria, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, because you are the NLC, you are the Nigerian Labour Congress, and the minister representing the Labour, and what Labour mean workers in the country. This association, this body talking about the NLC, this is a body that is standing to represent the workers in the country. They are just like the workers' union. Every school has the student union government, that's the SUG. Workers in the country, we have the NLC, that's the labor union that comprise of the TUC, the Trade Union Congress. They have a meeting today with the federal government and they are threatening that if the labor minister shows up, we're not going to show up for the meeting. For more details, the Nigerian Labour Congress has threatened to boycott its meeting with the federal in October 30th, 2023. Minister of Labour Simon Lalong attended the meeting. President of the NLC, Comrade Joe Ajaero, issued a threat while fielding questions from journalists in Abuja on Sunday after briefing them on the plight of workers in Imo State. Ajero criticized Lalong for not being able to establish a cordial relationship with organized labor. According to him, if the meeting is to hold, it will be without the Minister of Labor and Employment because we will not be put for any meeting with the federal government that the Minister of Labor and Employment will attend. And the government have been in negotiations over the planned industrial action owing to the removal of fuel subsidy. During Sunday's event, Ajero also threatened to mobilize its members to storm Imo State on Wednesday, November 1st. The NLC chief accused the Imo State government of violating the rights of workers in Imo State. Now, this is the statement coming from the chairperson or the president of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Joe, threatening for what is going to happen on Wednesday. There is another one going to happen today. Not forgetting, last week the NLC says the memorandum of understanding they signed with the federal government since the 3rd of October. Now they have not heard anything. No body movement from the federal government, no signs that these things will be done. And today, being the 30th of October, is a deadline we give to the government that if these demands are not met, they would go on strike. We've had cases of NLC threatening to go on strike, but still, at the end of the day, the call of the strike because of they've spoken to the government. The last one was that they've signed a memorandum of understanding. Right now, we are waiting to see what is going to happen today. If the meeting would happen, they've threatened that if the minister doesn't, if the minister shows up, Simon Lalong, that they are not going to show up for the meeting. So once they are driving in, they took the car of the Minister of Labour. That's his car, yeah. Let's I'm looking for the meeting,
Yeah.
And you look at it, you ask yourself this question: who are they fighting this battle for? Is it a selfish fight? Because no matter what happens, even if the Minister of Labour is present, you are going there to represent the masses. You should go there not because of you don't like his face, you don't like the way he's handling the issue,
Amazing.
then you leave the meeting. What are you leaving the meeting for? If these things are not being discussed, if it's not being ironed out, the masses will keep suffering. This things going on in the country. The price of goods and services is increasing. Inflation is on the high side. And the Labour Congress that we are expecting them to handle these issues are telling us they're not going to attend the meeting because the Minister of Labour is going to be there. There's some things you hear in the country and you're just like, wow, you're just like, wow. You're amazed about all this information you just gather. And it's part of what is going on in the country today, talking about the Nigerian Labour Congress. This meeting is supposed to happen today. You can see it is going to happen at the end of the day.
Okay, so we have foreign news, and this is just an update from the Gaza and Israel war. Netanyahu says the Gaza war has entered a new stage and will be long and difficult. The Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu told the nation Saturday night that the military has opened a second stage in the war against Hamas by sending ground forces into Gaza and expanding attacks from the ground, air, and sea. Casting the war as a fight for his country's very survival, he warned that the assault would only intensify ahead of the broad ground invasion into the territory. There are moments in which the nation faces two possibilities: to do or to die. Netanyahu, we now face that we now face that test, and I have no doubt how it will end. We will be the victors. We will do, and we will be the victors. Okay, so this is still on the Gaza and the Israel war. And the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin, has come out to say that the war is entering a new stage. And they also said that they will be the victors in this war.
It's
This
even
is
saying that it's going to be do or die. So they are not the ones that's going to die. That now, yeah, check the death toll now from what is going on in Gaza. Over 8,000 already dead. Right now,
And those are just the ones that they could count.
You can't, yeah. For some of them, buildings have collapsed
Yeah.
on so many people. They are under the rubbles there. And the government of Israel are not even holding back. They are like, yes, it's going to keep going on until what they want to finally happen. You understand that the East right now is not getting beyond control. Now he's saying that he's going into a new stage. And what the new stage is talking about? He's talking about that ground forces now that will start moving on the ground because all we have been seeing are just air attacks, drones being fired at, shots being coming all from the air. But right now, they want to mobilize the ones on the ground. No, there will be, I think, starting from today, from the information that there will be ground movements into the Gaza Strip today. And uh, many of these things that is going on is because people dying mostly are the civilians.
Yeah.
Civilians, unharmed civilians are dying. Children,
More
mothers, fathers.
children.
You see pictures. It's just
Children becoming orphans and everything.
it's not
If
becoming more scary as the day goes by, and there is no even sign of a ceasefire coming anytime soon. The border between them and Egypt now, they are already begging, okay, can these people just leave? And it's not that are willing to leave. If they could at least leave these places, at least then allow medical care companies. They shut down internet at the point. Now they turn it on again. They've stopped them even from bringing in fuel into the country.
yeah.
And like I said, it's not looking good anytime soon that these issues will be resolved in Israel. And we also hope and that the United Nations will do something because right now it's turning out into being a full-blown war. What are the United Nations doing in this regard? Have they tried talking to the two presidents, Palestine and also the Israeli? And Netanyahu is looking like someone that is not going to back down anytime soon. You know, the war has gotten to the point. Even the other countries
Yeah.
fighting, Russia and Ukraine,
Mhm.
the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, is already begging them to. His own country, they are still fighting in Russia and Ukraine. Right now, the one going on between Israel and
It is now
as
higher than
is
the one
higher. So
at
now when he is now
Ukraine.
advising them, say, please, you guys should calm down a bit. Calm down. He's trying to form the good guy here. No country is still, they are still fighting their own war. So please, the United Nations can please intercede in this matter because now is way out of hand.
Okay, a little more details on that. The escalation ratcheted up domestic pressure on Israel's government to secure the release of dozens of hostages since the October 7th rampage by Hamas, when militants stormed from Gaza into nearby Israeli towns and gunned down civilians and soldiers. The unprecedented attack during a major Jewish holiday initiated a war to Israel and Hamas that will spread into a broader Middle East conflict. We had talked about that already, that this war is just
It's
spreading
full
day by
blown
day.
already. It's full blown already. Hopefully, like I said, there will be a ceasefire soon. And hopefully, it's not on right now because nothing. I can say it again. Nothing is sure as far what is going on in Israel at the moment. They have the upper hand, but then the number of casualties, number of people dying in the city of Gaza is now getting out of hand. Okay, so that's what is happening in the foreign scene. Before we go for a break, let's touch on entertainment this morning. What's going on in entertainment over the weekend? The CEO of the Making Empire, John Jazzy, yes, Michael Collins, Jerry, popularly known as Don Baba Jerry Jazzy, if you like, has donated a total of 8 million naira to ailing Nigerians coming to their aid on Twitter. Now, the record producer responded to the call of two different Nigerians on Twitter requesting donations for their medical treatments. Now, the first was a female footballer, Antonia Fakiesia Bisola, who is in dire need of between 5 million naira to 6 million naira for treatment. Now, she had experienced an unexpected knee ligament injury and was hoping to receive donations from 1,000 naira from people on the platform for an urgent surgery so she could play again. However, Don Jazzy sent the entire amount of 6 million naira for her surgery, after which he posted the receipts in the thread with the caption, "Done, get well soon." When I saw this story, I was really emotional about it. Now, this young lady plays for Niger Rattles
Yeah.
in the Nigerian NNL. That's why she's not in the NN right now, the Nigerian Women Football League. She plays in the football club there. And her story touched me. She was playing, and at the point, she got injured. She tried to treat herself. She went back again to the club side. On when she got to the club side, they demoted her to the junior team. She had this injury while playing for the club side. So why would the club side treat her like that? They demoted her to the junior team. That is one punishment. Then they slashed her salary that is not even enough.
So enough in the
They
first place.
slashed her salary. She said she wrote countless letters to the chairman of the club side, but to no avail. Now, there was little money she had used it in treating herself, but still, the injury keep reoccurring. If you know about injuries, the ligament injury, if it's not well treated, it will keep reoccurring to that same leg.
Mm.
And she loves football a lot. Now, the league body, nobody did anything. Imagine Dodgers did not come to her because she came on social media to say, even if it's 1,000 naira, please just send for me to just go and treat myself. Dodgers came and sent the entire 6 million naira she needs for the treatment. And it's very, very touching. Nigerian clubs can really, really do more. Nigerian clubs, administrators in the league, both the men's league, both the women's league. This is some of the reasons why athletes will come to Nigeria and they will not give their all. Why? Because they know that once anything happens now, or your lower straight, because nobody cares anymore. Once you have an injury, they tell you now, go home, treat yourself. If you
It's
don't
not
win,
meant to make money for them anymore. So we
It's not
just
meant
put you
to-
outside,
no.
and it's not meant to be so.
it's not meant to be so. If you don't win, hey, if you come back,
Mm.
but this person got injured while playing, while being in the line of duty.
Yeah.
For your club side. So good one. Shout out to Don Jazzy. Sent out 16 and sent another person also 2 million naira too for medical care. So shout out to Don Jazzy. Just did it.
Don Jazzy actually has that habit of actually happening, and it's a good one. It's impressive.
On the lighter note, then after Nigerians, trust Nigerians, once they saw 6 million, saw 2 million, everybody with needs and problems.
That problem.
Everybody with problems. That's the house rent. My landlord is what even start. Somebody said, "Yeah, send proof with your landlord." He brought the picture of him and his landlord taking selfie, and he was smiling. He said, landlord, you want to pursue you, you smile.
He's smiling with them.
Yes, everybody there bringing out issues like that. Different sicknesses that are coming through. So for Don Jazzy to sort out, he just did how his heart led him to. And probably that day, who knows the prayer she has prayed that morning. You understand?
Exactly. Favor.
Just come, yeah, you and you. I'm picking just you and you out of the crowd that will bring out problems from that one. Congratulations, and hopefully she gets the surgery done
Gets
and she
better
gets
soon.
back to action and start playing the football that she loves to do. All right, so we'll go for a short break right now. When we come back on the show, we'll go into our talking points for today concerning the demolition going on in Lagos State. Don't go anywhere. This is the Lagos.
Stay with us.
100 naira Eko. Ẹ̀sán bọ́ seko.
All right, welcome back. This is the Lagos this morning, and stay tuned to Fleet. Thank you for always staying with us. All right, so we want to go into the discussion for this morning. Now, the Lagos State government today will begin demolition of Ikoyi structures near drainage. Structures built that are near drainage. Now, we want to enter fully into the discussion. Now, we're not also going to look into Ikoyi alone.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask the right questions right now. Now, the Lagos State government are doing this. Now, I know off the top of my head that we have the Lagos State's planning committee, people that plan town planning, that they plan areas or buildings that if you go to this particular place to buy a land, you get a C of O. Then the kind of building structures that should be there, you shouldn't go past this line. They can tell you that okay, this place is built for drainage.
Yeah.
It's just the people that plan out those particular areas. Now, the questions that we should be asking are these lands that they are already demolishing, these buildings, these structures are demolishing, who gave permissions? Who gave them the clearance? Because I know that once you get these things, there's always a paperwork done. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
yes, you can build your house here. Okay, yes, you can build the structure. Who are those people that are issuing this permit? Because if I'm saying I want to build my house and you don't give me a permit to build in that particular place, I can't build except I have a clearance from you to build my building in that place.
Yeah.
So as long as these people have their paperwork to show that yes, you gave me permissions to build here, and right now you're coming to tell me that I'm building in a canal, I'm building in a village, then there is a
Definitely.
problem. There is a problem. Now you know more about buildings. Now you see these things that are going on in Lagos State. We've heard about in fact, weeks ago there was mass demolition of buildings here on the island. Some of them, their what's it called? Their household items are still in the houses. They've given them time of what to pack out of these places. But I can't come with
Oh,
my
it's so
money.
easy. It's
Yeah,
really just easy to just do that, to pack out of those places.
even with the number of time that even if they give you 3 months to pack out
Mm-hmm.
of these houses, check out the prices of this. In fact, some of them come to estates to buy
Mm-hmm.
because they believe that this estate already like you see buildings by some what's it called property owners.
Yeah.
They've developed the houses. They've already just come your own work here just to buy the building.
Okay.
Okay, yes, I like this structure. Yes, I'm buying it. You buy you pay for it because you know that okay, these guys have done their due diligence of going through getting all the necessary paperwork. Then the government comes and say this whole entire thing we are demolishing. It happened 2 weeks ago in
Yeah.
Lagos State. It was demolished. And the right questions. Why are they demolishing these houses? Who gave them permissions to build in the first instance? We know some people have it in their mind that okay, they can cut through corners. Okay, you know that this house is I don't know if you've seen houses built on canals before
Mm.
or on drainage.
Yeah.
The houses that they built on these particular places, who gave them the permissions to build on these places? You know, these issues of them.
Well, the thing is, my question is, I just question. My question is that this housing they are demolishing, is there any plan for those on the land? Are the government making any plans for them? That's just, I think, a question I have to ask.
The government has,
Any other plans for them?
you know, the kind of things that are going on is not a
Mm-hmm.
matter of even if the government have plans for them. The question is, what kind of plans do they have on ground? These people have been staying in their houses for years. Then you come with 3 months quick notice that okay, pack out of this particular place in 3 months time. Where would they get another money to move out? Because this is their structure. And basically, if I personally own a land in that place, and I know that I have necessary paperwork, complete documents, I would sue the Lagos State government
Mm-hmm.
for it. Yes, that can be done because if you want them to pack out, you have to give them a compensation. I think that a bit equivalent to the amount they bought the house, or not just buying. Those that have just lands and have
Mm-hmm.
built it. I mean, it should be something reasonable to what they have right now. Because you can't tell me to pack out of my house that I bought it over 100 million naira. Give me 10 million naira. Is it for Agbadua for a while? You can't quantify the difference in the amount. Now, what other thing can the Lagos State government do? Okay, please this place and come to this place and stay. You ask yourself this question. Those are the questions. So if the government is giving something, what else can the
No.
government do?
Has Lagos State government gotten to that? Like, I mean, have they gotten that good at do all of those? I don't think so.
So
To do all of those, I mean, move to this place, take this amount.
there could be a government land somewhere,
Mm.
or probably a house somewhere that probably they have.
Even if there is a land, do you think that this our government will do that? Let's be honest.
Like I said, the right questions would surely be asked. Yeah, if the government wants to do it, and if people wants to stay in the houses, but then it's not nice enough. These
Yeah.
houses are built on gutters. These houses are built on drainage. Now, why are they demolishing this house? If you go to the island, it's once it rains on the island,
Mhm.
it's basically flooded on the island. Most times it's flooded. And when you check it, is that many of these buildings are built on waterways, places that water is supposed to pass through. They are already buildings, they are already structures in those places.
So are you at the same time saying that this demolition is actually a good one too?
Demolition is good.
Hmm.
It's good that it's been demolished. But
Yeah.
then, how did we get to this point that they allowed these people build their houses
In the first
on in
place.
the first place on waterways?
Hmm.
So those are the right questions that we are asking. So who are these people that authorize the buildings?
Yeah.
Because if this house, you know that there are these people going around now, the Lagos State building, the name is off my right now, the Lagos State building, something is an organization in Lagos State here that deals with buildings rather in Lagos State. They go about checking these buildings, and every local government has their own. Every local government has it. Once there is a building going on, if that building, in fact, I see these things a lot in Lagos. Once the building is going on, these people come and they seal
The
up the
mark.
building, the market, you see it. But if you pass there in 2 weeks' time, the paint is off,
Mm.
the seal is out, and the building continues.
Mhm.
What happened? Why did you cancel that particular building before?
Mm.
What has happened? Is it that questions that needs to be asked? You marked it before. How come you now unmark what is
Mark it
marked?
again.
Sometimes they'll say, no worry. Once they just come, they okay, but no worry, just if you don't paint them, the paint will come out. I
Mm.
see these things a lot. Now, these are the people that are in charge of buildings in Lagos. So who gave these people permission first? These houses that are built, because you have to do your
Yeah.
own investigation. Okay, this house, because if you come now from the government and you tell the government that, you tell the owner of the building that you can't build here, go look for another place to build your house.
Yeah.
I will ask you a question, why can't I build? This place is on the waterway. Water has to go through this place. Or you are building, or this house is on under a pipeline, and anything can happen. It happened at the point in Lagos State, somewhere in June, also sometime in Ikotun area, Ijegun area, that people built their houses on pipelines. They had to evacuate those people, and they gave them time to do that. So if you know that these houses are built or these buildings will be built, you won't give them the permission. Then if you give them the permission and they go ahead, you are the government for crying out loud. You can also go and demolish it at that point when the building is going on. So, but allowing these buildings
To go
to
on.
go on,
Mhm.
and the government is there, these people have been paying their tax, the tenancy due, and everything. They've been paying. They're already
And then
paying.
all of a sudden you come back and you say you want to demolish.
So those are
So
the things. So the right questions, you know. So this is what we're talking about this morning on the show. Lagos government demolishing of buildings that are built on waterways, that are built on drainage facilities. Who is to be blamed? The government or the people that owns this land? And what are the possible solutions that we can drive out from these things going on in Lagos State at the moment? You can drop your comments under the comment section that you can find on the screen.
it seems you have a new comment. We
Yeah.
should read it out. Okay, Moses Olaniran says that the demolition of already built houses is very heartless and broken and heartbroken. And why can't government see things differently? It's wickedness and evil. You have a long way to go. Hmm. Yes, you're very right, Moses. It's heartless. I mean, it's heartbreaking when already built houses are
Mm.
being demolished. People already lived in their houses for 5 years, and then the government just comes to put notice and they want them to move out of their apartments. But what can be done? What
And
do you think can be done
yeah,
for this not to happen again? What do you think the government can do? I think for me, I think there should be like already made um agreements already made, like there should be a marking that it is that on any land that anybody wants to get, we already know that we can't get this land, and then like let the government be able to stand on it, not that they will mark this today and tomorrow we see that it is already people.
Yeah.
Why? Is it because of the money? You want to work on it and then later years we come back and say we want to demolish. It's actually very wrong.
It's actually very wrong. So I don't know if you've be if you have somebody that this has already happened to in time past or currently you are going through something like this. You can let us get opinion also on the issue that is on ground, and don't forget you can also air your opinions via the link you can see on the chat there. We can also hear from you morning as it is. Yeah, we can also hear from you this morning. So let us get your opinion concerning the issue on ground. The Lagos State government demolition buildings. Who is to be blamed? Who is at fault in this issue? The government or the owners of the land themselves? Now, this is the angle I want to also blame some of the owners of these buildings. And some of the owners of buildings know that these their buildings is probably in the wrong place. Some of them know this for a fact, yeah. But then when the agencies come and tell them this, what do? Many of these building owners, many of them, they resort to going through the back doors. Yes, so once they sort one or two people will say, okay, alpha, alpha. They sort one or two, it's being cleared.
Yeah.
Then once it's cleared, building continues. Then later, the action of one person would then cause a severe repercussion to others living around the area because of somebody's selfishness and somebody's negligence to issues like this. Because if you have a clearance, you have a permit. Like you tell them that you can't stay. You say, I've built my house and I have complete documents. If you check those documents, who are the people that are issuing these things? Like I said, some builders they have their own issues too. But then the government agencies too that are involved in these issues, the government parastatals that should be checking out for these things to make sure that buildings like this, like this, we shouldn't have them. At the point, it was building collapse that was the main
Mm.
thing. Building collapses, building collapse, and it falls back to those inspecting these buildings. You come, you check the integrity of the building. You know that this building is not strong to carry 2 story or 3 story, but you still allow because something has changed something
Mm.
and you allow these things to happen, causing bodily harm to innocent people that probably don't know anything about it. Now, these buildings, they've built for so long, and this is happening at this particular point in time. So, we're asking you this question this morning in Lagos this morning. The building destruction is going on in Lagos State. What do you think that can be done concerning any of those issues that you have dropped on ground this morning? Feel free to let us get your opinion concerning these issues that we are discussing on the show this morning. As it is, keep your comments coming through. And also, not forgetting you can reach us via the link that you have there. If you're watching us live on YouTube, it's the link. You can also watch us there so that you can get phone from this particular matter that we're discussing this morning as it is. Okay. I think we've taken that from Moses this morning. Demolition of already built houses. In fact, you can see the emojis he's using. It's,
Mhm.
emojis of of a person
Actually bitter
that
by
is very
it.
very angry there. Emmanuel, I can't blame the government. I can't blame the government 100% because the people that buy the land should know better.
You know,
Mm.
I also think that the people who sells this land to the people are also can actually also have a fault in that. That's
If you are building your house should not go beyond this line. This place is for road. There's always a planning for every place. So now, to I think it's called the urban planning. In Lagos State, it's the Ministry for Urban Planning or something like that. Once you go there, once you get your land, they direct you to that. Is your place is in Alausa here. Once you go to they direct you to that particular place, so that you will know how to build. But many of the times, these things are not even done properly. So that's why I will say yes. I will blame both the buyers of the land at the same time. I will also still put the blame on the government. Give anybody permission, give anybody the go ahead to build in these places, they have their paperwork.
Yeah.
So meaning you have given them the sometimes many of these people don't even have the time to check the land, to check if it's a waterway, to check if they just get the land, they just want to build their structures. Yes, they're getting the land.
Mm-hmm.
These houses, like I mentioned, an estate firm will just come, buy everything, and build it
Okay.
to how they want it. So it is what it is. So let us see have your comments coming through. Emmanuel, thank you very much. I think everyone should use a reliable company who sells land. So in case issues arise, you have to sue. Thank you very much.
Hmm.
I think I agree with that also. I think I want to agree with what Emmanuel is saying. If you're getting
It's still like in relation with what I said about agents. You don't just, especially when it comes to land, you don't just go to any agent. So you're very right, Emmanuel, that you should get a company, not some agents that they will be calling themselves, what do you call themselves? Onile, abi?
Omonile.
Omonile, yeah. So it's actually right to get a company whereby you can always, in case an issue comes up.
In case any issue start, you going to be easy not to, because right now I pity those people that had their house that have their houses demolished already. Like I feel for them as it is. It's not something that anybody should be going through at this particular time that the economy is like this. It's not something that I'm even happy about. So please, if you are going to get a land, please and please and please again, because we are about to let's start to round off the show this morning. So please and please again, if you are getting your land, make sure you do proper investigations. Don't just believe that you have a real estate firm that has done the normal work. Once you go to those places to get your land or your house, once they hand over the papers to you, if you have the time, in fact, you should create time because it's your property.
Yeah.
Go to the Lagos State Government office in Alausa. Go there. Not just I'm not talking about just those in Lagos alone. Even in other states that you are watching from. Yes, go to those places and make sure you get these informations. Make sure once you get to those places, do your own findings.
And you get the proper approvals
The
and
approval
everything.
that you need.
Yeah.
If so, you just go there to confirm. Please, I just got a house. These people say they have gotten
If
confirmation.
possible, get stamping in case anything comes up
You
in the
understand?
future. Yeah.
That if these days their phone, do even you can even make a camera.
Exactly.
So this is
You
me
have
in
your
the
evidence.
evidence.
Good.
You
Entire. You get
understand? Because this one now you can explain.
evidence. No day.
So if it's possible, carry your phone, go there, do a video. This is me in the office right now, trying to get confirmation for my land I just bought. Those things you just do it trivially.
Yeah.
So you go, forget any paper they're giving you, go and make your findings. Like one of the political candidates in the last election, we said, go and verify. So go and verify about the lands that you are getting. It's very important. And our heart goes out to those that have lost their houses, that have been demolished. Hopefully, you find succor and, things will definitely get better at the end of the day. So thank you very much for joining us today on the show.
Okay, so it's a new week, and as we're going into this week, we make billions of money, dollars and naira. We make billions, and I want to say to you that this week you should choose joy over everything. It's important we choose joy over everything.
It's important to choose joy over everything. I want to say thank you very much to all that commented. We appreciate you also so much. God bless you real good for always staying tuned to Lagos this morning. Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow, same channel, same time.
Stay safe. Don't forget, my name is Ebuka.
And my name is Koforola. Okay.
Till tomorrow, I will say again.
Bye for now.
100 naira eko. Let's go and boss eko.